Whoa, it's a beautiful day to do these reactions, man. Look, check this out, bro. Xavier Worthy, NFL wide receiver, girlfriend did some foul shit. It is what it is. It happens all the time. But I think more athletes should do what he did in order to protect themselves and their future wealth, bro. So I'm gonna go ahead on and let y'all in on what's happening. Basically, he put a private investigator on the girl and found out she was being unfaithful, and then she tried to spin the story and make it look like he's the bad guy, and play the victim. And this is how it played out.
Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Xavier Worthy has been released from jail after he was arrested for felony domestic abuse. The charges were dropped this afternoon by a district attorney in Texas. Good evening and thanks.
The crazy thing about this, as a man, you have to be careful if you even call the police when you're getting attacked, because they may come there and the girl may act like you did her something and you didn't in the first place, and they're gonna take her word for it for the most part. We all know that.
Lawyers say Worthy asked the accuser to leave his home several times over the past 2 weeks after discovering she was cheating on him. They say a private investigator has video evidence of that infidelity. The lawyers say she refused to leave and tried to extort Worthy on several different occasions, but did not say how. They did say she destroyed a room in Worthy's home and scratched his face and ripped out parts of his hair. At the time of the incident, Worthy told law enforcement he did not want to press charges.
But come to find out, he was not, in fact, lying. He will not be charged, but there is a further investigation pending at this point. His lawyers and himself is cooperating. So come to find out that although he was arrested, there was a lot of other details that was very, very murky in the beginning. But since details have come out about the infidelity, her trying to pull out his hair, scratch his face, since then, charges have been dropped and he will not be charged with this incident. And two things come out of this situation, I will say. This is advice to all young men and women, I will say. It is National Women's History Month, by the way. This is of advice to each and every last one of you. Be very, very careful about who you let in your circles or who you keep in your circles when you go to the next level, whether that be at your job, whether that be fitness, whatever that you're on, because not a lot of people want to be on that train for the right reason. And a lot of people, when they are not in charge of that train, they will wreck it. And when they feel like the gravy train is flipping from them and the biscuit wheels starting to fall off the train, they real wreck the train. If they can't run it or stay on it, wreck it. And who invented that phrase? Nicky Barnes. And if you don't know who Nicky Barnes is, go out there and look it up, because he said, quote unquote, if I can't be in charge of the train, I will wreck this mouth. Go look it up. Secondly,
You know what's crazy? I think he just mentioned the fact that the dude didn't even want to press charges against this girl. Even after he found out she's a demon and she's unfaithful and she's a lousy ass human being, he still didn't want to press charges against her, bro. Probably because he would face backlash. Oh, you pressing charges against a woman and all that kind of stuff. It's ridiculous, man. Say, look, it was brought to my attention that some of y'all like to smoke the devil's lettuce while y'all watch my videos, and y'all be forgetting to hit the like button. Man, listen, hit the like button for the algorithm real quick. Real talk.
This is what we mean by double standards. Xavier Worthy, who plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, found out his girl, fiance, significant other was cheating on him. There's video footage. She was asked to leave the premises multiple times. She assaults him, starts destroying stuff in the home. The cops get called. Guess who goes to jail? Not to mention there was a headline by ESPN saying he was arrested, just to only follow up a couple hours later saying that the charges were dropped. But why did he have to go to jail first? Why did he have to go to jail? That's my whole point. That's ridiculous.
See, if I had $1 for every time I heard a story like this, a man calling the police and he's the one that gets in trouble, and the woman was actually doing things, I'd be a rich dude, man. It happens all the time.
TIA Jones set up the traps to ensure that Xavier Worthy's $16 million contract would be completely ruined. However, Worthy had the last laugh. After the Chiefs' rookie Worthy experienced the defeat in the Super Bowl, he was caught in an accusation controversy. He was arrested in Georgetown on March 7th on the charge of domestic violence. Subsequently, Worthy's fiancée Jones hinted on social media that she was the one who filed the accusation. The two had been engaged last year, so why did Worthy suddenly commit domestic violence? In fact, it was all a trap set by Jones in an attempt to get her fiance's $16 million. Because Jones was caught cheating by Worthy. As a national athlete, she had to safeguard her reputation. Out of desperation, she chose to accuse Worthy of committing domestic violence against her. But in reality, it was Jones who perpetrated the domestic violence. From the photos of Worthy when he was arrested, it can be seen that his face had been scratched by Jones, his hair had been pulled out, and she even smashed up a room. In addition, Jones also tried to extort money. Because once Worthy was convicted of domestic violence, he would face a prison sentence of 2 to 10 years. In that case, the $16 million contract that Worthy had just signed with the Chiefs would naturally be inherited by Jones. Fortunately, Jones didn't succeed. Worthy's lawyer declared that the case had been dismissed, and the surveillance video proved that Worthy didn't commit domestic violence. Everyone thought that it was Jones who should be sent to prison.
It's sad at the end of the day at how much this actually happens, but what I'm actually curious about is how do these athletes not have trust issues coming into the league when they see all of these horror stories happening to their peers and future peers? Because you have to look at this and say, damn, I'm gonna watch out for this type of thing when I go into the league. But you know, sometimes I feel like these guys have hyperinflated egos and they think that it can't happen to them. I think that's the only reason why they still go through with things like this. But man, look how this chameleon acts like she's just perfect person, bro. Watch this next clip.
Okay, so come with me to Dana life as an NFL wife. They are in training camp right now. Baby's in camp. He's already getting prepped and prepared or whatever. So just gonna give y'all a fit of the day. Don't mind the water because I was doing my hair, but I'm gonna wear these shoes with this bag. Okay, I'm all ready to go. I got my little fan that I've been using, and all the other wives is like, oh, you're so smart for a fan. I need to get one on Amazon and go around my neck, but all ready to go. Okay, so I get in the car and I head on over to the facility. It's not that far of a drive, but I get there and the first thing that I have to do is check in. This is like a certain lot for friends and family, so we just go to the back lot. We go to the tent. Thank you. And she already knew who I was, and she just handed me my sticker. And this is so we'll be able to get into the friends and family VIP section. This is just some footage of us driving on the go-karts and us getting up the hill, and then we have to go through these metal detectors, and then I'm finally through. And where I'm pointing at, that's where I have to go up the hill to see them at, and that's where the VIP tent is. Here's the tent. Just a quick view of the field and the family area. All those are fans, but where I'm pointing at is where the players will walk down to and then come to the field. And here's baby here with his homeboys, his teammates, and they're walking down getting ready for practice, and the fans be screaming so hard. Like, the Chiefs fans are crazy. But this is just some footage of Xavier making some plays. He did pretty good this day, but I think in total he has a total of like 7 or 8 touchdowns since camp has started, so that's exciting. I can tell you that the Chiefs fans are very excited for him. So, but after it's all over, I'm able to see him and walk with him. So he normally just like tells me to come on when I just walk out the gate. And the fans normally just start screaming and ask for autographs and stuff. But we just walk up the hill and see all the fans are screaming his name. And we just walk up the hill so he can drop off his stuff. He drops off his shoulder pads and his helmet to the equipment crew. And then we just sit and talk. He's talking about how hot it was outside. It'd be so hot out there. I don't know how he do it. I guess it was a hard day at practice. It was hard. It was hot. And then I say my goodbyes, and I'll see you later.
Now, watching the video like this, you be like, damn, she'll ride or die for her man. She going out there to support this dude. She's hanging out at the practice when she could be doing a million other things. That's crazy. But my question is this: at what point in time during that day did she go sneak off to be with the sneaky link? Was it before she went to the facility to watch him practice, or was it after? Like, what point in time of the day did she go see the nigga that she was cheating with? That's what I want to know.
This whole Xavier Worthy situation should be bigger than what it is. She ripped bro locks out, and now he had to cut him off and get a fade. The fact that he was getting abused and cheated on this whole time, and he still ended up getting locked up was insane. If I don't see this woman in jail in the next 24 hours, I am going to flip, because they locked him up same day with no proof, just word of mouth. Had bro on the headlines of social media going viral with no proof. Also, this goes to show you that no matter what you do as a man, if she doesn't respect you or love you enough, no matter if you're an NFL millionaire professional football player, she will cheat on you. It don't matter about your accolades and what you can provide. She will steal her dirt. You could be making millions and she won't respect the time that you have to make those millions, so she will cheat on you. You're gone. Like this situation. Also, for raising a young, her had to keep hands to herself, because she might be that he ain't not move the fuck out. Some guys for that, including myself. No man or nobody's putting on me. This is bisexual.
Hey man, you know what? At the end of the day, people say things like this. If a billionaire or a millionaire or a superstar can't keep his girl happy and keep her from cheating, what can a regular guy like us do to keep our woman happy? But y'all gotta understand something. If you take a woman who already ain't worth a damn, she's lousy as it is, and you put her around other athletes who she may deem to be higher value than her, man, she gonna go with her move every single time. You gotta look at these women like that.
Xavier Worthy was cheated on, had his home destroyed, got physically assaulted by a woman, and he went to jail that day. And you want to know what the craziest part about it is? If we had no footage, nobody would believe that he was the one that was being harmed. Nobody will believe it. Why? Because women only care about the double standards that don't aid them. You ain't heard one. If women are so, oh, domestic violence is this, and we don't support any of it, and blah blah blah. You ain't seen a single woman say nothing about Xavier Worthy's situation. He was abused, attacked, had his home destroyed, got cheated on, and went to jail. That man had to go to jail because he found out he was cheated on, and the lady started destroying his house and attacking him. What woman have you seen say something about that shit? So now if you see why men just don't be having respect for these agendas these women be trying to push, is because we know deep down at heart you don't give a fuck about, you want to be empowered. You don't want to end oppression. You want to be the oppressor. That's all y'all care about, bro. In the majority. Y'all know y'all only care about the double standards that don't affect y'all. We not gonna see no women talk about Xavier Worthy's situation. Why? Because it's not a woman. When they thought that he was the assailant and he was the one attacking the lady, then they cared about it. But since they found out that he was the one being abused and it doesn't aid the agendas that they're trying to push, they have no interest in talking about this shit. Again, women, y'all don't get no respect from men because you don't show any.
Hey, dude got a strong point right there. You don't hardly see any women coming out speaking about this and saying, hey, men are the victims too in situations like this. I was scrolling TikTok looking for situations about this, and only one woman popped up, and she wasn't talking about nothing, so I didn't include it in this video. But it's only really the men speaking out against this because you're the victims of these situations.